자, 다음은 한국국제학교 제주 캠퍼스 12학년 이준석 학생의 발표입니다. 4.3 세계를 위한 이야기 April 3rd, A Tale for the World 라는 주제로 발표하겠습니다.
When I first came to Jeju, I saw it as a place of peace and beauty, a place of sweet hallabongs, beautiful autumns, and age-old 돌하루방s. But I've come to discover that there's a darkness present here as well. I can see that behind Jeju's facade is a dark, terrible, abhorrent, and violent history, the 4/3 incident. But therein lies the problem. Before living here, when I resided in Canada and previously Seoul, I had never even heard of this incident. Now, that in part is due to my own lack of awareness and knowledge, but it also reflects the lack of interest and activity present in regards to the 4/3 incident from the overall South Korean and global community. This needs to change. Awareness of this issue should be pervasive, not just in Jeju, not just in South Korea even, but throughout the rest of the world. The universal, widespread knowledge of the 4/3 incident is something we should all strive towards for 3 critical reasons. Firstly, it allows a greater community to commemorate and honor those that were and are affected by the tragedy. The National Committee for Investigation of the Truth about the Jeju April 3rd incident reports that as many as 30,000 people died during the incident. Innocent civilians who wanted nothing but peace and unity, only to have it be reciprocated with violence and affliction. The entire globe should have a dedicated responsibility to acknowledge this massive loss of life and pay respect to the victims. The members of our global community also carry the personal responsibility to act in remembrance and sympathy for those that survived as well. People that had to bear witness to the horrors of the incident, experience the loss of loved ones, and endure endless pain and hardship for generations. Secondly, a more extensive awareness of the 4/3 incident at an international level would serve to increase the degree of understanding as a whole. Even in 2021, there are still those that distort the legacy of the April 3rd incident, asserting that it was a justified government response. It was not. It was a groundless massacre of human life, and it's time that this is understood by all. After all, we cannot properly commemorate a tragedy and its victims if we do not fully understand the objective facts, the real-life circumstances, and the long-term ramifications of the event. Misconceptions that blind us from the truth and cloud our judgment can be prevented if the truth of the matter becomes common knowledge on the global stage. And the third and final reason why the 4/3 incident is so integral to the entire world is that we in the present, wherever we are, can still learn from the pain and sorrow of the tragedy. That is to say that there are lessons to be had from the 4/3 incident that are applicable to the modern day. The significance of resorting to peace over violence, the value of all human lives regardless of the differences among us, the danger, inevitable danger of government censorship. These fundamental truths are still extremely relevant to the modern day, and they preserve the well-being and happiness of all human beings. And so these 3 reasons of commemoration, understanding, and learning more than justify the presence of knowledge of the 4/3 incident on a global scale. But of course, that raises the question of how to go about achieving it. Well, to begin, the governments of the world bear a significant amount of responsibility. Schools at every level should be teaching correct and clear information about the 4/3 incident, and they should be doing so extensively. This tragedy cannot be confined to a single page in a textbook, nor can it be simply glossed over in a classroom. This is a substantive event in Korean and world history, and it should be treated as such. Of course, government action alone cannot guarantee anything. For information regarding the 4/3 incident to truly spread, A collective effort is also necessary. Individuals in every community need to become more engaged, more thorough, more inquisitive. We need to actively seek out and learn information while simultaneously teaching what we already know to others. We must be on both the receiving and giving ends of discussion pertaining to the 4-3 incident. And we must do so with fervor and enthusiasm. Only then can we properly commemorate, understand, and learn from the 4-3 incident as a global community. Thank you.